Coding has always had heroes, rock stars, ninjas, and more recently the mythical 10 times engineer. But some things change. When AI now drafts your PR, answers your linter, and scaffolds your microservice before your coffee even cools, brute force speed isn't special anymore. Decision making is. Engineers aren't being replaced, they are being repositioned, augmented. And not by job title, but by behavior. That's the Agentic Engineer. And now, about this. Agentic Engineer. Let's talk about it. 3 behaviors define them. None involve semicolons. So first, they think like product people. Not in the PM cosplay kind of way, but in knowing how their commits map to the company goals. Whether it's reducing churn, shaving latency, or unlocking a partner integration, Agentic Engineers speak in outcomes, not outputs. Second, they got curiosity wired into their workflow. They trace the edge cases, follow the data dependencies, and treat the code base like a living organism. Not every file is theirs, but every file is a fair game. And finally, third, they don't wait for permission to prototype. Yes, they write the documentation, well, when it counts. Yes, they loop in the stakeholders, but if they smell opportunity, they build. Even if it means creating a throwaway branch and shipping a ghost feature behind a flag just to see what's possible. So, breaking down analogies, why does this matter? Well, this kind of initiative can make systems grow, especially in companies where alignment comes via memo and initiative gets mistaken for going rogue. You want engineers to be agentic, you have to meet them halfway. That means publishing KPIs like their changelogs, granting repo access like it's oxygen, and making your planning cycles less, well, medieval. Otherwise, you're asking for outcomes while handing out blindfolds. There's also the process stacks. Document-driven design, RFCs, multi-stage reviews, they keep things clean. But they also kill momentum. Agentic engineers work through these processes, not around them. Some teams embrace that, like giving everyone an experimental folder for wild builds. Others, well, they're still stuck in the ticket purgatory. But what about the trade-offs, you ask? Agentic culture breeds velocity, but it needs friction in the right places. Think commit gates, not approval limbo. Think observability, not surveillance. Too little structure and you get chaos. Too much and the builders check out. And let's not forget equity. Not every engineer has the same access, support, or air cover to be agentic. Early career developers can't magic up strategy if leadership keeps it siloed. So if you want more agentic engineers, train fewer passive ones. Start by sharing the why more than the what. So what does all this mean for your team? It means that hiring for skills is only half the job. You also need to design for agency. Can someone act on their instincts? Will they be heard when they do? Does your infrastructure help people move or just monitors them? Because we're no longer in the era of who can code the fastest, we're in the era of who can move the smartest. Bottom line, answer 3 questions. Do your engineers know why their work matters? Can they change the plan when they find a better one? And lastly, do you make it easy for them to start building or just easy to stop? If you want agentic engineers, start by acting like an agentic organization. Strip the noise, show the goals, and then get out of the way. The right people will fill the gap. See you in the next episode.